They did something with the network.
Oh yeah, I probably uploaded it
But
from school.
it's not bad. It's a glass half empty perspective. The fact that people all over this campus can get on Chromebooks at the same time is actually really impressive. And this is so consistent. The reason it's blocked on YouTube, I mean, it's better safe than sorry on YouTube, so they're working it out. But in my opinion, yeah, it should work. Yeah, like they're going and it just says that the network has it restricted. So you may have been logged into your school Gmail account. Do you have the school Gmail account? So there's some setting in the account that's making it work. Where's that? That's a U. All right. So I'm going to start with this consecutive integer problem. Number 1, 3 consecutive integers. So I told you when it comes to consecutive integers, the first one you call x. And then, well, it would be x, and then the next integer would be x plus 1, and then the next would be x plus 2. Though this one says odd integers, right? So we're going to do x, and instead of x plus 1, we're going to go right to x plus 2 because we have to skip the even number. And then instead of x plus 2 being the next, it would be x plus 4. And that's only if it says even or odd. So you put your line in. If your variables are on the same side of the line, you combine them, not doing canceling, not anything opposite. It's just 1x added to 1x added to another x. 3x. 2 added to 4 is 6 equals 117. Now that I've simplified this left side as much as I can, then I'm going to cancel things to get the variable alone. Go ahead, Libby.
Okay. -6 on both sides. All right. I don't know what the answer to the 1 6. Oh, I know it's 111. Yeah, all right, divided by 3 on both sides.
No, 30 times 33 is 99.
Does it work? The decimal?
111 divided by 3.
37.
I said.
Is this my answer? It's going to be 37, 39, 41. 3 consecutive odd integers.
Wait, that's how you figure that out? Tell me why this whole time I didn't know how to do it.
All right, number 2.
Wait, how do you know how many x's to add? That's how you know? Thank you, guys. Can I do something?
It's a little too upbeat. Let's calm the beat down. All right. All right, so I'm gonna put the line in here. So I put 3 of the same problems here, so you have repetitions with it, right? Like these are the exact same 3. So I'm really hoping that with these repetitions, by the time we're done with these 3, that you can recognize this problem and feel like you'll get it right every time. So first you cancel the constant out both sides, and then you're going to cancel the fraction out by multiplication. The opposite of dividing 4 is multiplying 4. And so these 4's cancel out. Don't drop your negative sign. D is negative 48. So what I've done is I'm hoping your brain is going to recognize the difference between 2, 3, and 4 versus 5 and 6.
Wait, I was still writing it. I was still writing it.
You could have got to work like so much quicker.
I write really slow.
No, because you stand up and wait around last minute to get started.
I went to go get a calculator.
Like way too late. Like before the bell rings, get your calculator. You gotta be writing answers instead of problems here. It's okay. Just start where it is. If you missed one, it's okay. Because all the little noises that you're all making have to stop. There's way too many noises in this room. Just stop. Stop making your own noise. Like how many people have yawned really loud? Like a lot. Stop. Stop doing that stuff. I guarantee you some people are getting annoyed right now. The noise in the room. I can feel it. No, I can feel the annoying. Maybe all the some people were I was annoyed. Maybe you were trying. I'm gonna rephrase that for you. I was getting annoyed. Hopefully that's what you meant. Okay, so on 5, things change. First off, this is a little a, and that is a 9. Benjamin, you describe the difference between 2, 3, and 4, and then 5. What's different about 5? Okay, I like how you summarize that. Even more simply, just visually, this has one big fraction. And those just had one little fractions, right? Like in 5, the whole problem is a fraction. So it changes your first step. Lots of students transition from here to here, and they try to do the same thing. But when the variable is in the numerator like this, you have to get rid of the fraction first. Clear the fraction first. Clear fraction first when the problem is just one big fraction. So I would multiply both sides by 3. And then the 3 is gone. And then 15 minus a is negative 27. Let's go ahead from there. I'll give you a minute. So I get caught up. I put these problems back to back on purpose because of how common it is for people to do what you did. because this is one big fraction, I can't handle this 15 yet. I have to clear the fraction first.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
But students will just zoom through 2 through 4 and then approach 5 and 6 the same way. And it's a bummer. So please take a minute to see how they're different. Now I will take away 15. You may have added 15. Check. When you look in front of the 15, it is positive. So to cancel it out, you subtract it. There's still a minus sign in front of the A. So in order to cancel the minus sign, the problem's not done until A is totally isolated, including signs. Divide both sides by -1. And so A turns out is a positive 42.
Whoa. Wait, where'd that one come from?
Well, it's the negative sign. That's like -1 times A. This could be written like this.
Oh, because they both have negative 6.
No, this minus sign came down with the A. Well, A needs to be isolated, and it's not isolated with a negative sign in front of it. You have to cancel that out. You have to go one more step. Okay, should I wait and let you really finish 6 before I start? So write 6 and try it. It's so much easier because it's not a minus sign, but.
How did you get? Wait, how did you get -1 times A equals 42?
Libby, you need to cancel out the minus sign by using a 1.
Because A is basically 1.
Because we need the A like completely.
No,
we need the A completely
the coefficient of A is -1 here.
Okay, so -1 times -1 equals -42.
No, I divided both sides by -1. If there was a 2 here, hypothetically, if there was a 2 here, how would you get rid of it? Okay, but there's not a 2, there's a minus sign, which is the same as a -1. So how do I get rid of it? I divide by -1.
I get it.
So when it's one big fraction, your goal is to get rid of the fraction first. You can't break into that numerator. It's like grouping symbols until the fraction's gone. Multiply by the denominator to clear fraction. This one's so much easier than 5. All because of a little old minus sign.
Dang, I did it wrong again. Okay.
That makes sense when you think about -1 right there. Really fits well. Questions when you're asking questions and finish, just get out that worksheet from yesterday. Yes.
Oh, no wonder I got it wrong. I didn't know.
The next one I'm going to show is you. If you want to turn to you and work on it for a second, I'm going to show you next. Oh, yeah. So it's 37.
Oh, I see what you got that.
Oh, then for you. Wait, that means 0. 0.
-3. That's -3 times x. And -3 times a -7 is a +21. Check your 21.
I think I see two.
I got 4.
Do we get extra credit for doing the fun fact?
Like in life,
Why?
you're like a little bit extra.
You just feel like confident.
Yeah, like fun fact is like in your story.
I like
Yeah, I'm
that.
gonna.
And now if it's on Jeopardy, you're ready. Like when you go on Jeopardy.
I hope it works.
Yeah, I want to go.
If it works, some people say it.
When it's your turn, when you're called up to Jeopardy, you'll have the fun fact ready.
I'm just scared of
Me too. The shot. Take the shot. I just hope it works. You know what I mean? And I hope there's no bad side effects. That's what everyone says. And if you get eye drops.
Even if I do go to water, I was like, you know what?
Alright, so any more questions? Alright, then let's start our new
I have a
section.
question. Yeah, just yeah, like how do we I know that I did not.
Really?
He wasn't that hard.
No, I messed up right there. Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, and subtract 2.
Oh yeah.
Alright, here we go. Go to your notebook. Go to your notebook. 2-5 absolute value. This is absolute. Yeah, this is the last section before your quiz Wednesday.
We always take a quiz.
Well, it's like my job to assess whether or not you're actually understanding it. So I assess it daily by looking at your homework and answering your questions, and then weekly, bi-weekly, we do a bit formal assessment in the form of a quiz, and then every chapter we do a very formal assessment in the form of a test, and then every semester we do what's called a summative assessment, which is a summary of your skills up to that point. So it's all that stuff. What'd you say? Do I like quizzes? I like checking in and seeing, are these students understanding this, or are they just appearing to understand because they copy their homework every day, right? How many people come in with 100% homeworks, and then it comes quiz day, and you're like, wait a minute, he appeared to know what he was doing, but actually when they didn't have access to the internet, they don't know what they're doing. That's important. That's an important check-in. Now, if your question is, do I like to spend 4 hours on the weekend grading tests and quizzes? That's a hard no. That's a hard no. Part of my job, though, so I'll do it. All right, so x is 4 units away from 0. What is x? Tony's got it up here, right here. So x equals 4, but also right here we are 4 units away. Okay, strictly speaking, distance. -4 is 4 units away. So when you're talking about distance, there's two possible There's two possible ways to be in a distance from 0. Maybe you're 4 away on the positive side, or maybe you're 4 away on the negative side. So in this situation, if I was to truly answer this correctly, x would be 4 and -4. Both of those values are 4 units away. So mathematicians use absolute value bars to show, you need to understand it. So am I ever going to give you points for writing it down? No.
Wait, I'm confused why it says 4 right there in the middle of the chart.
That's 0.
Why are you saying no? She just did this.
I'm going to do it again. Okay, so right here is 4, right? So between 0 and 4, I'm 4 units away. That's 4
That's why you had the
spots.
4 in the middle of the
Yeah. And then right here, if I go this way, I'm also 4 units away, right? So I could be 4 in the positive direction or 4 in the negative direction, which means there's 2 locations on the number line that have that same distance from 0. It's on you. So mathematicians use absolute value bars to show that they mean distance from 0. So when you're doing absolute value, lots of students just have it memorized that it's always positive. The reason it's always positive is because it's distance. So when you're talking about units away, a lot of people see -4 and they think -4. But mathematicians just want to know, like, well, what's the distance? And that's just 4 units away. It just happens to be in the negative direction. So, you've seen absolute value bars before. Take a look at these. What is x? What is x?
Oh, come on.
You want me to go back, anybody? I would love for you to write this. X is 5 units away from 0. No, you're wrong. You're feeling really confident and you're wrong. X is 5 units away from 0. What is x?
-5 or 5.
2 answers. -5 or 5. No, but I'm not asking you any of that. I'm asking you literally what could x be? X could be 5 or x could be -5. And you have to just have confidence in that and believe it. So x is 200 units from 0. What is x? Yeah, it's either one. This equation has 2 answers. So as we've been building this week, making our equations more and more complicated, today they're so complicated they have 2 answers. Okay, so we're upgrading from 1 answer to 2 answers. In this one, x is either 0.4 or -0.4 because the absolute value means distance from 0. Those bars mean distance from 0. No, I did twice. Yeah, you can. I do want to get to the problem zone, that's why. Okay, here's a little tip. This is, so up until this point, it's just kind of a concept, understanding why there's 2 answers. When variables are in absolute value bars, there's 2 answers. When simplifying absolute value, perform every operation inside the bars before you make the result positive. Look at an example. Go ahead and try these. No, you don't have to. Yeah, I think you guys already know how to do this. You're going to do this very successfully. All right, the first half of this is building up 2 equations, but right now we're just doing expressions. Do you see equal signs? No, we're just plugging in and simplifying. We're not solving an equation here, we're just simplifying. So plug in, evaluate this. It says m is 4, so take the m out and put the 4 in.
10 minus 14, 4, so it's negative 4 and 4.
So there's no variable here, so I'm not thinking, is this positive, is this negative? Like I can kind of put that to rest right now. Now I'm just doing the simplification. The absolute value of 10 is just 10. Take away
goodness.
14, negative 4. Try the next one. Two. 23. Take away 3 minus 4 times 2.
Negative 5.
Right here,
Absolute value.
students make mistakes and they think 2 negatives are a positive. That's not the case. This is not 2 negatives.
5 is absolute value. Good stuff.
We're looking at negative 5 is how many units away from 0? It's 5. So now I got 23 minus 5. The minus sign is still there. Only this portion became positive. So there's a lot of mistakes that people make. Sometimes people will just turn this plus. You cannot do that. You got to do all the math, and then once it's just bars and a number, then it becomes positive. Hey, this is your last one.
Whoa, wait, I got that.
I got a room on my paper.
Whoa, alright, I'm gonna do this in my head. 2 times 2.1 is 4.2.
Oh, wow.
4.2 plus. 4, wait, 4.2 plus negative 4.2 is 0, right? Is that 4.2? 0 plus 2 times 3, 6. It's 6. And y equals 3. Tell me it's not 6. Tell me it's not 6.
It's not 6.
It's not.
No, I'm good. I haven't even figured it out, so I can't say nothing.
Tell me it's not 6.
It does say plus 2. Is that better?
This was not a fun problem that you were solving.
This is easy. I just did it in my head in like 2 seconds.
I didn't ask you.
Tell me it's 4.2. I'm not typing. I'm just giving you the answer. I got it right. Look at me.
I'm not really sure how you got that.
Because I'm smart. Oh. That's what I do. Come on, you gotta get on my level. Look, you just gotta get on my level.
I got it now.
4.2 plus negative 4.2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 0. I thought that 4.2.
0?
Yeah, I got it. So I've only assigned you 4 little problems for the whole weekend.
Really?
So yeah.
Aww,
Just 4.
That means I only have to do 2. What? I read slower though.
When do you get it off?